Hey everybody, it's Wednesday night. It's time for Super Geeked Up.
Woo!
What's up?
Copy arms.
Oh my God, arms are going in and out. All right.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to Super Geeked Up. This is your weekly geeky pop culture show. I'm Jeff. We're going to play, of course, as always, some fun geeky games. We're going to do some geeky chat. I am joined for third week in a row because, with the guest co-host, Delaney Parker.
Yay! On the crappy camera.
That's all right. Still look good. And joining, I believe, for the third time. It's been a while, though. We're very happy to have him back. Writer, filmmaker, director extraordinaire, James B. Cox.
Hey! It's been a long time. I'm glad to be back. I remember doing the 300th episode. Was last time I might have been on. Maybe one additional. I'm not sure, but that was an honor and that was exciting. And
I was just thinking,
yeah.
we actually, I used a clip of you in the videos that we edited together for like the best of. So you were in one of those.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, wow!
Oh,
I feel very
That's
special now.
Yes.
This happened.
Right. So you better give us a good clip to use for the 500 tonight.
Yeah.
No pressure.
I'll try my best.
Folks, so we're gonna if you're watching live, we have a poll going on. We always do a poll in the live YouTube chat. Thank you everybody who's already in the chat, and if you're watching in post, thank you as well. This one is, it's going to have to do with one of our questions later, but it's which car would you most want to have? The four choices I put in were the Back to the Future DeLorean, Ghostbusters Ecto-1, Kit from Knight Rider, and Herbie the Love Bug.
Aww,
Yes.
cute.
So you can vote in that till the end of the show. An very big early lead by Kit from Knight Rider, actually, which I'm happy to see, because that would have been my choice if I voted. We got DeLorean in second, Ghostbusters third. No love for Herbie right now, even though he's a love bug. Though Tammy does say he would have been her second choice, but she voted for Kit. Johnny says gotta love the love bug. All right, good. At least some people like. We got Pierre and Johnny Nuke also. Oh, they're in the chat. Thank you guys.
Hi.
Marcia's here. I'm insulted that Baby Impala wasn't on this poll. Is that the Supernatural car or something else?
I think so.
Did they drive an Impala, right? Didn't they?
Yeah.
I almost did it, but I didn't really get into Supernatural, so I didn't put it in the poll. I almost did though. And
What
Carrie
about
says,
Ash's car from Evil Dead? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Ash's car from Evil Dead.
What is his car?
It is, I don't think it's an Impala, but it's maybe
That kind of car.
It's like a
Muscle car.
El Camino, I think.
El Camino, yeah. The car pickup.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcia says that the Impala is the car from Supernatural. Anyway, Carrie says Kit is the right answer. DeLorean is an option, but I'd be afraid of getting stuck in the past or future. That does happen a lot.
You can't really trust it. Not 100. It does glitch out.
The consequences of the space-time continuum. You always have to keep that in mind, and that seems like a big liability.
Yep. Although it would be great to go back in time or the future. All right, folks, we'll check back in that poll later. Again, if you're a longtime viewer of the show, you know Francis Fernandez is my usual co-host. He recently got the Francis kidney bean there.
Of course I do.
There he is.
Little tiny Francis.
He recently had a new kidney transplant, which he's been waiting for a long time. So that's great. I think in about a week or so, he says he has to go in for another operation to do some other stuff to clean things up. It's normal stuff. So everything's going fine though. Anyway, we'll keep you updated. He's probably be still a while he's out, but Delaney is doing a great job, of course, pinch hitting here. So
I'm doing what I can.
You're stuck with her for a while.
I'm no Francis. I am no Francis, but I will do in a pinch.
No, you don't have his boobs.
No, of course not. They're
I don't know if you were going to say delicious, delightful.
Songs are written about Francis's boobs. I mean, seriously, he's just a beautiful man.
I'm looking forward to Delaney's impressions because that's an important element to the show, if I remember correctly.
Yes, well,
Sean Connery,
Francis
right?
is the master of impressions. You're right.
Francis is. Don't get me crazy because you know what I'm going to get mad at. Francis is a little bit of a liar, and that's okay.
Sometimes he does. So, there's a whole thing he did. Yeah, we won't get into that anyway.
That's for long-time listeners, I think, out there.
Tammy, no, sorry. Tammy says, they have two Impalas, modern Impalas. I didn't know they were even making them still, or maybe just more modern. They mean not from the 70s. Jeff zooming in from an industry kitchen, Delaney from Blurry Town, and James from Vertigo.
I
That's
know,
right?
We're going nutty today. One of these days, for the new show, we'll all be in the studio.
Carrie, this is where I'm going to do my new Jeff the Chef show. In my industry kitchen here. All right. Anyway, all right, here. We're going to do ridiculous rhyming, super Loveline later. We're going to talk to James about brand new feature-length movie just came out. So we'll talk about that and where you can get it. But first, let's do our first super geeky question. Of course, you can put your answers to this in the chat or in the comments section of YouTube. By the way, all the links are already in the YouTube for James, is the movies and all that stuff. You can already go there and click on them. Although also stay here and watch the show, please. Anyway, let's see here. Okay. Our question is, so here, this is a movie actually was not even really on my radar. And I know it kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like it's Sinners. It's a vampire movie by Ryan Coogler. Is that his name? I think. Black Panther director. But it is like just dominating the box office. It's like somehow it's not going down percentage every week. It just keeps chugging along. Anyway, that movie's about vampires. So our questions would be about vampires. Who is your favorite vampire character? Could be from movies, shows, books, games, and whatever you want. Doesn't matter. So we'll start with our guest, James. You got a favorite vampire
All right.
character?
Well, we talked a little pre-show about this. Before I get started, though, I am remiss if I don't correct myself. It is an '88 Delta that is Ashley's car from Evil Dead. It's an Oldsmobile, not an El Camino. But anyway,
Okay.
I just wanted to get that out of the way before I get a lot of messages about my lack of car knowledge. All right, so best vampire is a really sticky situation because there's so many flavors. I love a good, nasty, brutal, violent vampire. I'm talking about both the movie or literary version of like The Night Flyer, if you remember that movie,
That's a good one.
or Kurt Barlow from. I mean, probably it's a little Stephen King heavy for me. You can imagine why, but Kurt Barlow from Salem's Lot. I mean, these were just like vicious, violent vampires, but they also were like wonderfully spooky in the way that like Jaws is, where they're kind of the story is always with them having like control over what's happening or coming in and out of the story, but they're never like all the way through, right? So it's like their influence is being felt throughout the story, but it's oppressive, but they're when they show up, it is like it's like big trailer scenes of these vampires. I love those movie vampires. So
Like trailer scene as in it's in the trailer, or that they're going to a trailer park and killing everyone?
Well, but could be
Or both.
both things could be.
or could be both. Could be both.
Yeah.
Could be John Carpenter's Vampires, which has a similarly nasty vampire lord in it. But yeah, and I think that might have had trailers in it. I think one of the Baldwins
trying to
got
remember. It's
a
been a long
really
time since I've
nasty
seen it.
end in one of those movies. Anyway, yeah, I like a bloody vampire. How about that?
All right. Well, I'm sure a lot of people like that too. Let's share some chat answers before Delaney and I share mine. Although some of my normal picks are already in the chat, so this is great. Carrie says Celine from Underworld, which would be my choice for the vampire I want to have sex with for sure, because it's Kate Beckinsale in a tight leather outfit. And I love Kate Beckinsale, and so that's Celine's great. Good choice. We've got Michael Duncan Riegers, Count Dracula in the Monster Squad. Another of my choices, Detective Nick Knight. Yes, in the Forever Knight 90s TV series. I love that show. A vampire who becomes a cop in Toronto. Is that was about?
That's right.
And we've Nick Knight was a great character, Tammy says. So we got here Marcia. Sorry, wow, I'm in a spicy mood lately. So I gotta say the vamps from the Black Dagger Brotherhood books. Can't pick one, just nope. Oh, I'm not familiar with those. I like Black Dagger. That sounds cool though.
Add that to the list, huh?
Yeah. Delaney has a She-Hulk filter.
I do not.
Oh,
It's,
oh, she looks a little green tinted. I think is that what he means?
I don't know what's going on. Thank you,
Yeah,
though.
She-Hulk's awesome. You should be happy to be She-Hulk. Funniest vampire Johnny Nuke says is George Hamilton from Love at First Bite.
Yes.
Of course, throw in Leslie Nielsen from Dracula Dead and Loving It if you want
See,
funny ones.
I went old school. Well, I can't say old school. I went with oh my god, I can't even believe I just lost it. Lost
Gary
Boys.
Oldman. Oh,
No,
Lost Boys. That's my favorite
and
vampire movie.
Dawn till Dusk Till Dawn.
Well, wait, but which characters?
Are you serious? Who?
So I'm assuming you mean Kiefer Sutherland from Lost Boys.
Yes, Keith, but from Dusk
Till Dawn.
Come on now.
Well, I would go with Salma Hayek.
And
Who are you going? Is that who you're going with?
Yeah. What?
Okay,
What?
all right, good.
Yeah.
She got a big snake in that one.
She can do whatever she wants. She can literally have sat there on a chair and just watched for an hour, and I'm like, stunning performance. Stunning.
Can I add a funny vampire? Nandor the Relentless from What We Do in the Shadows.
What's his name?
The TV show. Nandor the Relentless.
Oh.
That's
the one who introduced me to the idea of creepy paper, not cray paper. Creepy paper.
Yes.
What is creepy paper?
Yes.
What is creepy paper?
It's cray paper, but he says it's he wants to decorate with the creepy paper. I'm a dad. I like dad jokes.
No, I know the show. It's well,
you're a dad, so that's good.
Yeah.
By the way, folks, let me know again as usual. Let me know if the audio is okay for all of us. If you have to make any adjustments, I'll do that. Is What You Do in the Shadows? Is that a comedy?
Yeah. Well, it was a comedy by Taika Waititi originally. Just a movie that's like a faux documentary where they're interviewing these vampire
now it's a TV show, right?
Roommates. Then they made a TV show with Matt Berry and a cast of all kinds of funny characters. But yeah, highly recommend that.
All right. All right. So Marsha has my choice for tonight. Oh shit, Spike! How could I forget Spike? Yes, Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show.
Yes,
I love Spike. Again, he was cool, but he was also very humorous. I thought I do actually like comedy with sometimes with my vampires. Either that or like sexy vampires. That's usually my deal. Not gross blood-sucking vampires like James likes. And even though I know that's more traditional. No, that's fine. You can have those. You can have.
What about Blade? Because Blade is
okay. You're
vampire.
Right. No, I love Blade, so that I do like some of those vampires. You're right. I do.
What about remember Aaliyah?
He's a vampire hunter. That is that.
Queen of the Night.
I'm sorry, Delaney. What was that?
I'm sorry that what was it, Alea or whatever? She did Queen of the Night. She was like a very small part.
Yes. The Diane Rice.
Yes. It was wonderful.
You know, I like Blade though. At least the movie versions. Well, first off, Blade's a badass. He's amazing. How can you not like Blade? And it's Wesley Snipes, who I love. But when they kill the vampires, they go into like dust. That's why I like. It's not so gross, right? And I think that's a cool effect. So that's why I like it. It's not like blood spraying everywhere, and all that kind of stuff.
He's not a gore guy. He's not into the gore.
Well, he kind of is. I mean, I'm sure he would actually be gory if he could.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
Anybody know about did the Blade with Blade reboot? Did that get canceled? Are they still working on that? Does anybody know?
It seems like it fell down the Marvel memory hole. We were heard about it. It was at Comic-Con, and then never again.
It was weird. They were really building up to that. I always mispronounce the guy's name, so I won't try right now. But he would have been a good choice, I think.
Mahershala Ali. He's an excellent actor, and yes,
very good
I wanted to see his Blade very badly, and sadly, I may still be waiting a long time for that.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh well. They got to make fucking Thunderbolts instead. Sorry, that movie just annoys me to no end because the fucking asterisks. I just cannot stand that they put an asterisk in the title.
Asterisks. Wow.
You can't get a straight answer. I've looked it up multiple times. There's no straight answer.
Hollywood will not. It needs to stop it with the eccentric punctuation.
Yeah, he's not
exactly.
All right, Jeff's not about it. Knock it off.
Yeah,
and there
no quotation marks, no smiley faces.
Stop it.
I can't even think of what other movie has done it though. What other movie has done it?
Oh, there's plenty of movies that have the unnecessary exclamation mark, like wasn't it
exclamation
Informant?
point?
Yeah.
Were those like comedies though?
It was with Matt Damon. I don't know if it was meant to be funny.
What's the movie? What movie
Informant with an exclamation
Oh.
mark.
is it?
Yes.
Exclamation point.
Yeah.
That was funny.
All right. I'm better with an exclamation point than I am an asterisk. I have more tolerance
I'm jotting this down right now.
because I use a lot of exclamation points in my writing, to be honest with you. So
We
I have more
need
tolerance.
like a whiteboard here, and we
Right?
need like
I have a whole thing. It's a graph with strings that lead to the things that make Jeff happy. It's quite complicated. It's becoming quite a web.
It's the new Avengers now. Marcia says about Thunderbolts. That's what the asterisk was. I know some of the things were they're like on the Japanese poster. There was an actress that said the Avengers aren't available. Okay, haha, funny, fine, sort of. You don't have to put in the fucking title of the movie.
Are you guys trying to create like you're getting Jeff?
I don't know. I know it's stupid. I have a real problem with this.
He's full of rage. I hope everyone's happy now.
I will say that, and part of me finds this funny, but I remember having a similar feeling of like, why? When I think it was up for an Oscar. Precious, based on the novel by it actually gave the title of the novel by Sapphire, and that was the official title of the whole movie.
Precious, based on a novel by Sapphire.
Yes.
No,
because the novel's title was in there as well. Precious. Sorry, this is so.
Wait, Precious was not the title.
Sorry, the official title of the film was Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire. When you went to the movie theater, that was what was on the marquee.
The whole thing, huh? Wow.
How could they even fit all that on the marquee?
That definitely should have had at least one comma. I know you're.
Regal finds a way, Jeff. Regal finds a way.
They had like the letters dangling off.
Seriously, cat milk. Oh God, cat milk. I can't even believe you just said that, Carrie. You're funny. All right.
Punctuation and cat milk are Jeff's triggers. That's right. I'm always happy to poke Delaney, Marcia says.
I love it. I'm happy.
Carrie says, I wanted to see his blade very badly. Is great out of context.
Thank you. I didn't say it. We have James here. I was trying to be appropriate, but thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy that and clip it and share it freely. You're welcome.
Please do.
All right, let me get some more vampire character answers. Sorry for the Thunderbolts tangent there, guys.
He's not sorry.
Let's see.
This is how the show works. This is what we do.
Count Chocula. Actually, that was going to be one of my choices too. I love that. That's my favorite cereal. So great choice, Carrie.
I love that cereal. Dang, it's good.
During Halloween, man, or like that whole month.
They have all of them
I just buy boxes and boxes of it. Yeah.
I do too. Oh, Jeff.
This year, actually, because some years it goes like out quick, so I got to get them. This year they were fine. Like I could get them all the time.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Who else we got from the Anne Rice books? Oh, there we go. Queen Akasha and Lestat's mother. Live action are Blade and Spike. Excellent. We got Blackula.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay. Nice. Let's see here. Count Von Count. Is this a movie?
Yes.
Oh. One
Wait,
vampire.
Do they mean the Count from Sesame Street?
That's the Count. Yeah.
See.
Was he called Count Von? He was just the Count, though, right?
No, Count Von Count.
That was his official name on Sesame Street.
I believe so.
Wow, I did not know that. I always just knew him as the Count.
If I'm wrong, the internet will correct me
Oh,
immediately.
we'll absolutely let you know, sir. Oof.
Yes.
Gah.
Lauren Hutton's Vampire in the '85 Once Bitten movie with Jim Carrey is my teenage
It's
swing
so
fave.
good. Oh, that was such a good one. Ah,
That's
I've
a
seen
fun movie.
parts of that.
about that.
Yeah. I find myself singing the song from the end credits often.
Who doesn't love? How do you say this? Maybe Wavy from Hotel Transylvania. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
My kids love those movies. All four of them.
I know they sure do, don't they? I have two kids, and they do love them quite a bit.
I like the third one. I think the third one's pretty good. The cruise.
Yes, the cruise is really cute, right? With the little cruise director and them falling in love. It was really sweet. Very cute.
There we go. Your family moment.
Apparently, Marcia was trying to say, I like to poke, Delaney. I think she's poking me, maybe. but she'll poke you too. She says.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Whichever. I'm an equal opportunity poker. Wait.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Just
James
don't,
wants
just
to
don't
see
poker
people's
face. Okay,
blades.
people, be
Yeah.
polite.
All right. Any other before we move on? Any other vampire characters you guys want to throw in there? I mean, there's tons of them, obviously, great ones, but nobody for Gary Oldman from Dracula. No.
Oh, well,
Bram
yeah.
Stoker's Dracula,
Yeah.
official title, also has
Bram Stoker's Dracula, based on the book by Bram Stoker.
Also, what a
Exactly.
next one too, like that one. The
See,
old.
that's kind of like it though. Putting Bram Stoker's Dracula in there is kind of like it, just not as obnoxious as the whole thing you said about Precious.
Yeah, exactly. And then what was it? Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the Kenneth Branagh, Robert De Niro Frankenstein movie.
What about Transmitting 65000? What's Gina Davis was a vampire in that. She was.
Tell me this is the movie you always tell me about. What's it called again? Transylvania 65000.
Oh my God!
Wait. Gina Davis is a vampire in that?
Yeah, she's wearing this little tux thing. She's got these.
Okay, I'm sold. I love Gina Davis
the whole time, and she's all like, please, and she's falling in love, and she just wants Jeff Goldblum to give it to her, and she's just she's delicious.
Was this before or after The Fly? I must know.
Oh my God! Maybe it was
I need
before.
to have my Gina Davis, Jeff Goldblum timeline correctly.
The Fly was something else, man. That was crazy, but yeah,
it's interesting. I didn't know Goldblum and her were in that because they also started in the 80s in Earth Girls.
Oh yeah, isn't that where they kind of? I thought that's where things got a little.
Wait, why did they actually date in real life?
Yeah,
what you're saying?
They did. Yeah. And apparently, there's a bunch of movies they were in together. I always thought of just The Fly, but no.
Wait, she's in The Fly too?
Yeah, she's the girl with him. She's the one who's trying to be all.
Holy shit!
But I can't have sex.
I didn't know they were in so many movies together.
See,
she wasn't a real vampire. She was a nympho. Well, that
she
was.
Me up.
She was better.
She was, but she was. She thought she was.
Internet, right here to correct you. There you go.
Right on it. Right on
Say something loud enough, and
even if
how you learn.
A little bit sharp looking, that's vampire enough for me, Gina. It's fine. A little bit. That's all I need.
Bela Lugosi, of course, the classic Dracula. I always, when I finally got around to watching those, when he would make his menacing face, all I could think was just he looks just constipated to me. Like Bela Lugosi.
Nice, right? Oh, you're like, you're right. You good?
Let's see here. Wait. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is, I don't know what movie this. Oh, is this the boy? No, I forgot which movie he was talking about. But anyway, some movie. Vampires residing in a town where sunscreen, a Van Helsing descendant arrives, leading to humorous situations as their paths intersect. I'm trying to pick out which movie he said that was. I don't know.
Is Michael pitching something right now?
Maybe it was Blackula. I think he's giving us the log line to the movie he mentioned earlier.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe you're right. Maybe he wants to make that movie.
Yeah, maybe we want to make that movie together, Michael. Let's do this.
Earth Girls are easy. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, I couldn't get that one. I could not get it. Thank you. That was a great silly movie. I know, but listen. Sorry, I'm a little behind. I'm watching all your comments, but yeah,
I gotta watch Transylvania 65000.
It's fantastic. You and you'll love Loopy. She's in there too. I forgot what her name is, an actress, but she's great in that because she's like chasing her husband around the whole time. It's very cute.
So the movie was Sundown, the Vampire in Retreat, I guess is what he was telling us about. I don't know that one. Sounds funny though. Oh, Carrie says, I won't hate on you, Carrie. Absolutely not. I'm a Dakota Fanning stan, and she played a vampire in Twilight. So ipso facto, she's a favorite vampire.
Okay.
Was she one of like the vampire elites? The Italian name of those. I don't know what the fuck they're called anymore, but
loving right now.
I don't know. I can't remember enough about those movies.
Kirsten Dunst played a little child vampire in
that was so great, and they even touched on the fact that when she was turned, like she was going to be a vampire, but she's going to have to be a child forever. Like that was not easy because she was maturing, but not maturing.
Yeah. The Anne Rice books got into that in a lot more detail. I will.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Great series of novels.
They're talking about Interview with the Vampire movie with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, folks. If you didn't,
Yeah, the stat for the fans out there.
That's when people got a little like there was like a little man crush going on because it was what's his face and Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Everyone was like, oh, that's a little bit of a. There's implications.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you read the novel, it was just implications.
It was.
Oh,
It
right.
was implications, but I'm saying
Implications all over the place.
There, everywhere, like Jackson Pollock. But back in the day, they couldn't really hit that in the movies like that without that causing a huge issue.
So Dakota Fanny's character was in the Volturi. Thank you. That was what I was trying to think about. That in Twilight, that's kind of like, I don't know, this elite group council of vampires or something called the Volturi.
And they all play baseball together.
Well, the family, the Cullen family, does love to play baseball.
That's right.
That's actually, you know what? It's weird, but I will give props for uniqueness. I've never seen anyone else have vampires play baseball.
It's true.
So it was a unique
with their
take
baseball bats.
All right. Tammy says Carol Kane as Loopy in Transylvania 6'5".
Wasn't she? Thank you, Carol Kane. She was so cute. Like, I want to. Never mind. I'll start quoting it like a weirdo.
Carrie Johnson says, of course, the greatest living vampire is Paul Rudd. Dude doesn't age.
God, what is with Paul Rudd? That guy, I can't. He's really seriously. The guy doesn't age, and he's like nice. And he's like every time he has an interview, anytime that he's all. Like, what's up, Paul?
He's all,
Like, I just want to ask him what that smiley F is having. He's just a happy motherfucker, isn't he? Well, I would be too, I guess. And the dad jokes just keep going. Sorry.
All right. It says it right
You're
in his lower thirds there. He says, "Your dad." Guy's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. There.
Right there it is.
All right, folks. Let's thank you for your vampire choices. Again, you can put them in post. Let's go. Oh, bonus vampire Grandpa Simpson in Treehouse of Horror 4.
The Treehouse of Horror is that's.
I don't even know what that is.
I think of Mr. Burns with the big butt hairdo.
Because he was taking it. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, right out of Bram Stoker's.
Yes. All right, we're gonna play ridiculous rhyming now, folks. It's our first geeky game. That's where all of us are gonna have to speak in rhyme. Oh my gosh. Since we're talking about vampires, how about we'll keep with that theme? Give us a scenario that the three of us, me, James, and Delaney, a vampire scenario that we're in, something to do with vampires or vampire hunters or whatever. Give us some kind of scene that we're in or a location we're at, and then we will kick it off and do some amazing rhyming. Okay, yeah, as we're waiting for that, Tammy also says, forgot Lily Munster, Mompire. Okay, nice. Oh, yeah, she was a vampire. That's right. All right, so give us some kind of vampiric-esque scene for ridiculous rhyming. We're also after that, we'll talk to James about his new movie and anthology he's part of. We're going to also play Super Loveline. So think about your romance and dating questions. Vampires at the dentist, Carrie says, can't suck blood with a toothache.
Well, they can sock it if there's, when they tell you can't, you can try sock it.
All right, let's go with that. That's fun. That's a fun one. All right, I guess, I don't know, whatever. Whatever. We'll figure it out. One of us can be a dentist if you want, or we can all be vampires, whatever. We'll see. All right. Okay, so we've got, we will also just share here. Dracula's hanging up his fangs. Who will be his successor? Oh, that would be interesting too. All right.
Successor.
Oh my God.
You set him up, I just knock him down.
All right, here. I guess we'll just stick with the dentist one. Although if one of you want to work, maybe we'll work Dracula in too. Maybe I will right away. Actually, I guess I'll start.
Tell me what to do, Carrie.
I'll start. I'll give it to. I'll and then Delaney, you can go, and then James, then we'll keep going around. All right. All right. Oh, hello. I'm the dentist Dracula. Hey, miss, I really like your racula.
I gotta tell you, I came here for you to check out my bicuspid. I
What are you
didn't.
gonna write with that?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Give me a second. I'm finding
Yep.
it.
Okay.
I'm finding it. Or I mean, I guess man, I hate being put on it, but I need you to check my bicuspid. But I like the way you complimented my rack because that's what you just did. Because that's what you just did. Bam. Okay. I got it. I got in. I made it. So
James.
All right, I'm Dracula's sexy dental assistant. Okay, let me show you to your chair, and the doctor will be in to give you a stare.
Oh, you're right, dental assistant. I really love staring at her rack. Oh wait, I also love staring at her back side.
well, okay. As much as you like staring at my rack, I really need you to take a look at the tooth in the back.
Hmm.
In a moment, we'll be doing some X-rays. Just hold right on while I set up the next phase,
Oh,
and
what?
enjoy some nice cookies on these trays.
Wait a minute, dental assistant. Cookies aren't good for her teeth. Um, damn it.
Perhaps you'd prefer
Here,
a little bit of roast beef.
yes,
Bloody roast beef.
yes, rare roast beef.
Rare. Rawr.
Do you like your
I
roast
mentioned I was
beef?
a sexy dental assistant.
Yes.
Rawr.
Miss, do you like your roast beef rare or would
I
you?
like my roast beef rare, just like my curtains down there. How about that?
Oh.
You made me do it.
I'm not
I
sure
don't
what
get
that.
it. What?
Yeah, I
Go
don't
ahead.
get.
No,
Well,
Go ahead, James. Go ahead.
that's like
I don't get it. Why are we talking about draperies? I thought we were here to talk about dentaleries.
distilleries. Yes, that's a word.
Dentalries is actually the official name. Now, if this goes wrong, who's to blame?
Well, I'm
Oh,
just.
if we lose another one, it would be a shame.
Oh. I hope you do a good job. I would like to be able. Oh no, I'm not doing that one. I have to try this again. Hold on. Your last one was shame, but I don't have to rhyme him. All right, hold on.
No, you don't have to rhyme him.
No.
Oh my goodness. Jesus Christmas.
Oh, do not talk about Jesus here, please. And no mention of the cross. That hey, let's go watch Who's the Boss.
You're killing me. You're killing me. Okay. Hmm.
Hey, Doc, is this one a pain? Should I get out the Novocaine?
Mm. I know that it's not the same, but I'll play your silly little vampire suck game.
Oh.
It's not teeth you're here for.
Not what?
It's not my teeth you're here for. It's the blood and gore.
Hmm.
There you go.
Oh, this woman seems willing to donate to us. Let's put her on the vampire party bus. Right, assistant?
Oh,
That's
now
right.
that's
I'll
right.
gas it up. Just make sure to keep your trousers up.
Too late. They're already down. Hey, stop laughing, miss. I'm not a clown.
Yeah, but I'm not going to just let you go downtown.
All right, let's just end there.
All right, yeah. Because he's
That was
like,
a good,
you just
downtown
mentioned
was a good ending.
he knows how it's going to go.
Downtown. Well, actually, that makes sense because the bus can go downtown as well. Yeah.
Yeah. When it's
I
in
tried.
service.
Vampire party bus.
Party bus.
That would make sense, actually, right? Because they got a
Yeah.
bunch of people on there. They're kind of drunk. They're, and they can just start biting them while they're partying. And
What kind
people
of stuff
pass
do you
out all the
into,
time,
Jeff?
right? Because they're
I'm
drunk. They're not
starting.
going to know.
Listen, this is 3 weeks now. You're into some stuff, Jeff. I'm finding out a little bit. You're just little breadcrumbs of clues. Filthy man. Filthy man.
No, I'm not. Forget it.
No,
I'm not engaging in that activity.
just forget it. No,
if I was a vampire.
Oh, yeah.
All
This is a
right.
fantasy.
I'm just saying, whatever you do. Okay.
The vampires aren't real, the lady.
Oh no.
But the bus.
By the way, Nikki just joined us during that game. Hello, Nikki. Thanks for being here. Great to have you here.
Hey.
Tammy says the successor can be an erotic novella for Jeff. That's true. I do.
Ooh, you see, he's going to write that down in his Rainbow Bright notebook. You know he is.
Do you have a Rainbow Bright notebook?
I do, actually. I
do, right?
I do. It's not out right now because I'm at my desk here, but yeah, I do. It has Rainbow Bright and Strawberry Shortcake on it.
Oh, two of my sister's favorites.
That's right. Gotta have it.
Easy tooth rhymes: fangs, bite, chompers, veneers, gums.
Yeah, but if we went with the easy stuff, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
somebody had to rhyme. What was it? Bicuspids?
Bicuspid.
That's what you're tuning in for. Is that kind of high wire act?
That's what I did. I did bicuspid and I justed.
Mm-hmm. So Carrie would read the successor book, the successor. All right, I got to get on it.
Yes.
This one's tough for us. Let's get out the nitrous. Oh, that's a good rhyme, Tammy.
Look, she's like, you fools. Do you want me to do it? She's like, here you go. You're just, I know.
Well,
right.
Marcia says, OMG, I want a Rainbow Bright notebook.
Oh my God. Go on Amazon. Everything's there.
It does. Tammy, Delaney actually gets a lot of cool stuff at Amazon. She brings to book festivals.
I do. Like, Amazon's a crazy little place. Although now I don't know.
Support your local authors like us and filmmakers.
Well, we only go there so we can get the little things that we can like zhuzh up our
zhuzh up. Yeah.
I'd like to zhuzh it up.
Yeah, do something. All right. All right, folks. We got another geeky question coming up. We're gonna do Super Loveline, but let's talk to James about his projects. So, brand new movie came out a couple weeks ago. It is called Call of the Void, and James will tell us all about it.
That's right. So Call of the Void is my most recent feature film, and it's about a young lady in her 30s who has really had a bad run of luck. She's lost her brother very tragically. She it's weird to talk about some of this stuff on a funny show, but because of a lot of different life circumstances, she is estranged from her parents, and she's also just recently lost her job. So she goes out to the woods, a cabin in the woods, and to try to kind of reset her life, and things don't go well. I don't want to surprise anyone, but it's a horror film. You go to a cabin in the woods alone, things do not go well. But yeah, it revolves around a phenomenon called the hum, and uses a lot of music that's performed live by the cast, and it's a pretty unusual horror movie, pretty weird, and I'm pretty keen on it, and I hope people enjoy it.
The cinematography and acting looks fantastic from the trailer. This is the trailer. I can't put sound on, folks, or we'll get flagged by YouTube probably.
Did you guys notice that James Cox wrote Ghost Stories, the song that was on in the movie?
Oh wow. That is true. That is true. I haven't been asked about that, but that's true. I did contribute to the soundtrack. Clayton Warbeck is the composer of the score and music supervisor, and he helped us work out a lot of public domain songs to use in the film. And then there was one song that I had to whip out my old songwriting tools for. So
Yes.
that was exciting. I'll
That's really
do you
cool.
one better. I'm the voice on the soundtrack as well. So
I knew it.
there you go.
There you go. It wasn't. Was watching it like this the whole time. I watched everything. Of course, Jeff will make fun. Here we go. Because Jeff left notes. I took notes. That's right. I told you.
That's great.
But yes, that's how I noticed that you sang the song and all the little bits, which I will not give away. But it was great. You had lots of little details that if you're paying attention, they all kind of do their thing. So well done. Like you need me to tell you, but well done.
No,
He's been waiting
thank
for you
you.
to tell him, actually.
I know he was.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's why I'm here, is to be told that. But yeah, no, I really appreciate that, and it's definitely a movie that the joy of writing it was trying to kind of spin this little yarn with a lot of little breadcrumbs that lead you to what eventually happens in it. And I wouldn't say it's like a big twisty turny sort of movie, but it does go places you don't expect, and is kind of a bit of a puzzle box of its own. So yeah, if
How much?
that's your cup of tea, I strongly suggest you check it out.
You should. James is a good singer.
How much rhyming is it?
Don't tune in for the singing. That's a mistake. Nobody's
It's
gonna
just
walk away satisfied with
add a little something.
that. But yeah, that was also fun to get to bust out my old performing chops for it. But that was
Mr. Moon was
uh,
was a good one in there. That's on Mr. Moon.
yeah, no. Okay, so fun story to teach everybody a little bit about public domain music. Never make assumptions about what songs are public domain. Mr. Moon, the Cuckoo is actually, I think, what it's titled.
Yes.
I mean, it's a lot of these old folk songs have many titles because they're different songs that get merged together and whatnot. Like In the Pines, aka Where Did You Sleep Last Night, aka The Longest Train I Ever Saw. I mean, it's the names go on and on, for the same song essentially, just with slightly different variations. But originally, it was going to be Waltzing Matilda, the great Australian anthem. Was gonna be that particular song. Lo and behold, Waltzing Matilda is not in public domain in the
Oh.
United States,
Hmm.
even though it was written in about 1898 in Australia. Some industrious. Oh, I thought we got cut out for a second. Am I still here?
Oh, you're
good.
here.
You're good.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought there was something on my end going weird. Just me. The funny thing about that song, and some industrious person in the 1940s copyrighted Waltzing Matilda in the United States. Really, a big bummer, I think, for anybody who loves public domain and loves the ability to kind of reintroduce and reuse wonderful parts of our global culture together. But yeah, that can happen. Is that people if somewhere down the line, if somebody copyrighted something, even if it was not theirs to copyright, if they got away with it, that's what stands in the court of law, unfortunately. So
Possession.
Waltzing Matilda.
So you're saying they shouldn't have been allowed to copyright it, but they did.
Well, they didn't write it in
once the old
1897.
copyright goes away,
Yeah.
once the old copyright dissolves, I think if someone scoops it up and then they take it, like if they buy it and they want to do it, then it becomes theirs.
I think in this day and age it would be hard to pull that off, but in the
Yeah.
1940s there isn't the ubiquity of electronic
Yeah,
documents
exactly.
or a web of information, a world wide web you might call it. That didn't exist in the
Well,
1940s, so it was a lot easier to be sneaky, I guess. But yeah, I
All
love
right.
Waltzing
Oh, very
Matilda.
interesting.
Great song,
it
creepy
is.
song actually, if you read
Yes,
the
it is.
lyrics.
Where did you? I see a lot of forests in the film. Where did you shoot?
My backyard, no.
I would say, did
Big
you?
Bear Lake. Yeah, Big Bear Lake actually. Down here in Southern California. It's a place we've spent lots of wonderful pastimes there. And the reason I wrote this, and I wrote this actually just prior to COVID, but ended up getting a lot of extra time to work on rewrites, as it turns out. But I based it knowing that I had access because of a family connection to this location. So it was all planned out with being able to shoot there, and it worked really smoothly on that end. It was a great thing to know that location intimately and know what we needed for art direction, stuff like that. Be able to go up there and storyboard things out, and you know if
Oh, your
you
broad
if you
like
like.
your shots, yeah, they were great. Like your the overshots of the trees and everything, beautifully done. It was really nice. I like the way they do the rise up, and then yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, well, so yeah, Rafa Bola, who's the DP I worked with on this film, great guy, working with him on a lot of other things. Um, we worked together. We were able to spend like a year or so in advance, actually like planning out all of our shots and having an intimate knowledge of your location. Any other filmmaker would tell you would be, that's something you don't get usually. It's a beautiful blessing and makes planning ahead a lot easier. And we took advantage of that.
Sweet. Well, Marcia says, "Hey, my childhood home. Now I have another reason to watch it."
The shots are beautifully done. Like they
All right,
are.
so Marcia's from Big Bear area. Nice. Uh, yeah, no, cinematography is great. Um, so, folks, you can right now. There's actually links in the the description section of this video.
Mhm.
But you
That's
can
right.
find this
Got
on
it
Apple
down here.
TV or Amazon. You can, I believe, rent or buy the movie. Is that correct?
Yes, I read that.
That's correct.
Yeah. So you can, do that right after the show ends, or you can go rent or buy right now and just watch it
Leave
later.
us now. Don't
Yeah.
leave now.
No,
No,
don't leave
no.
it, but
Stay here.
you
Stay
could
right here,
you
my
could buy
babies.
it now and watch it later. Yeah, well, it's still
You
watch
could
us.
start. Hey, if you have a slow connection, you could start downloading it now, and by the end of this show, it'll be waiting right there for you.
Huh? Yeah, yeah.
There you
That's
go.
right.
That's a pro tip. But yeah, check out the trailer first. Um, I think it's a good representation of what you're going to get, and hopefully you enjoy that and enjoy the movie. And
I'm
thank you
gonna
for
pick your
spending
brain.
spending your time and your money on my little endeavor. Greatly appreciated.
Besides that, James is also contributing to an upcoming anthology called Keys to the Kingdom. Why don't you tell people what you're doing, what that is?
That's right. So I believe the first time I got to be on this show was when I had just finished making, and I was doing kind of the festival circuit, a little short film called Gray Matter, which is an adaptation of Stephen King's short story from The Night Shift. And that I got to do that because I was part of a program Stephen King was offering at the time called the Dollar Baby Project. So if I had known, man, that movie travels more, has gotten more press and more interest than anything else I've ever done, because of Stephen King, obviously. But it was such a pleasure to one meet all the other filmmakers who got involved in that and who did the same program as I did, and kind of, we ended up showing up at a lot of these other events together, doing a lot of panels and stuff, and then I think all of us got kind of the big shock last year, which is Stephen King is going to end the Dollar Baby Project. That's no longer a program
So
he
for people who may not
offers.
be familiar, you're saying he would give rights to his adaptation to his books for $1 if he liked the idea, right?
That's right. Sorry, I should have said that on the top. But yes, it was you would submit basically a proposal, and then maybe months later you'd get an email back and find out that you've been accepted, and then you would be sent a contract that would allow you the opportunity to make a short film based on one of his a selection of his stories that was available at the time, and then you could make your movie, and you'd be able to show it at festivals and do the things that I was able to do with it. Um, so all of us filmmakers who did this, who went into this venture, did this for like the last 20, 30 years, got kind of shocked because last year he ended the program. Well, that kind of brought a few of us together to kind of talk about like, well, what next? Like, how this is kind of we wanted to continue getting to work on projects together and do things, so we can't. not me specifically, but Paul Inman and Billy Hansen, two other filmmakers who did Dollar Babies, came together and formed basically a publishing venture to make a short story collection called Keys to the Kingdom. I, as a Dollar Baby filmmaker, was invited to not submit, but to a
Contribute.
contribute. Yeah, I guess is because it was kind of invitational. Contribute a short story, which is called Hope's Howl. Um, and yeah, it's actually the first time I'm ever going to be published, so I'm quite excited about it. I've dabbled a little bit in writing prose just as a way to get your creative willies out, whatever. That sounds weird. But the um,
Get those willies out.
a way of getting the gratification of creating
Really, be
something
careful
No
about how
wonder
they
you want to
use
see his
without.
blade.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
now.
Everybody,
Around.
clip
This is
that.
great.
You're welcome. Share that freely. The ability to just get something, create something and have the immediate gratification of having created it has been something I've kind of been envious of, frankly. Jeff, you've published yourself. You've written lots of stories.
Thank you. As does Delaney as well.
Oh, and Delaney as well. Sorry, we're just meeting recently,
It's
so
okay.
I wasn't aware. But that to me is something I've always envied because like I write something, a few years later, I have something that I've made. So it was just like the perfect timing for me to get to write a story and see it through the editorial process to have it published. So Keys to the Kingdom will be this collection. It's going to offer for these short stories that are written by filmmakers who did the Dollar Baby program the same deal to anybody who likes those stories. They can contact. There'll be contact information in the book for Paul and Billy to make your own short film based on any of the stories in this book. So it's our way of kind of continuing the Dollar Baby program in our own little way. So
And are these stories like all horror or like based on like Stephen King style, or what is the deal?
that I think the original scope for this volume is to kind of keep them in genre, but they're not. I mean, so there's a weekly stream where basically each of the authors comes on and talks about their story. So I don't actually haven't even heard the titles of all the stories. They're being very cute about that, so that we don't all know what all the stories will be. But having kind of kept up with the weekly stream of it, um, these stories are all over the map in interesting ways. Like there's like kind of a like hallucinogenic, like 70s story that there's a story about a puzzle maker who is like trying to I guess capture people in these situations. There's all these weird things. Not all of them are horror. I think in general they kind of have a suspenseful edge to them. Speaking just for mine's a creature story. I wanted to kind of you know get to play with in that sandbox of making it takes place in the Sierra Nevadas, and a ski patroller has a close encounter with a local legend, you might say. But
Oh, nice.
it's a good monster story with some fun, kind of every ordinary characters. I mean, ski patrollers are kind of extraordinary in what they do, but he's definitely a regular person in many ways, and it's him experiencing something unordinary, unusual, supernatural, you might say. And those are fun stories to tell because you can kind of put yourself in their shoes and experience what happens through them in their point of view.
Very cool.
So yeah,
All right, folks. Well, we can have James back on when that comes out, right? Keys of the Kingdom.
that's right. Yeah, that I look forward to sharing more once the ink shares kind of goes through the cycle, and we hopefully get published through that, or if not, then we will self-publish the book itself. So yeah.
So what he just mentioned, folks, InkShares is like a crowdfunding platform, kind of like Kickstarter. Before the show, James was telling us, unfortunately, we can't give a direct link because I guess there's a problem with the site at this moment.
Yeah.
But I'll put the link once it's fixed. I can put the link back in the description, and you can check it out there.
That's for future viewers out there. Not live folks will have to wait. I apologize.
Yes.
The internet is not always fair.
Marcia asked, do a lot of your stories center around California and locations, James?
That's a great question.
You answer that.
I think that what I'm trying to do with a lot of my stories, and maybe why they become California centric, is I'm born and raised California. So I guess the old chestnut is write what you know, but I think more so is like, as I've read a bunch of other authors, I've really noticed the richness that a lot of other authors bring to where they grew up. If you're talking about Stephen King, well, gosh, almost everything is set somewhere in New England, usually in Maine. And all of his fictional cities and stuff like that. I love the idea of creating a fictional, place that captures the flavor that you grew up with or that you are familiar with, but is its own thing. Hope's Howl is a ski resort, like a small mom and pop ski resort that just got bought up by a huge corporation. So it's like, it doesn't exist in our world, but it is like very, very much influenced by a lot of the places around Lake Tahoe. That's where I learned how to ski. So I think that kind of makes sense why a lot of those locations appeal to me. But I also think of like H.P. Lovecraft. So many things are also New England, Rhode Island, Providence. Or really Arkham, and his own fictional cities are very, it is that right what you know. But I think it's like, well, that's what's special that you as an author can bring to the table, is try to create that own place, right? Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
I always think nobody's reading just because my name's on it. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to create an artifact of something that's mine, that's me, and that's what ultimately becomes interesting about it. So, anyway, that might not have been the most exciting or funny answer, but there you go.
It's still a great answer.
hilarious.
I write for all my 2 books. My 2 books, they take place in upstate New York, like Saratoga, Troy. Like, I even use, of course, they use
Delaney
change, things like
lives.
that. It's all where I live and stuff like that. So it's funny when people read it, like, oh, I know where that is. Like I get what you're saying. Sometimes it's really nice for people to be able to find their place in something. There was just another show on the other day. The guy was talking about when he was a kid, he would go to the skating rink, and at the skating rink, they had this place called Secrets. And I know exactly what that is because it's right here.
I do too.
Right. And I was like,
That's
oh,
awesome.
yeah. And it's so funny just in a movie, like, I know it. You just feel a little connection. It helps with the threads. It really does.
Yeah. No,
So Marcia says,
absolutely.
As a California girl, I love it. Mammoth was our go-to for the mountains, but love Tahoe as well. Grandparents live in Midden, so we went up to Tahoe often. All right, well, then she's all about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I love Tahoe because it's also like, it's this in-betweeny sort of place, right? It's in Nevada, but it's also in California, and it's also just north of where the Donner Party, went.
Yeah.
Do your own Wikipedia search there, but it's it has its own creepiness that's just inherent in its own history, and that's just a fun playground to kind of try to write in and create.
All right, folks. So, Keys of the Kingdom. That's the upcoming anthology.
Yep.
You can find it hopefully soon on Inkshares. Call the Void. That is the feature film that just came out. Again, you can find that in the links in the description on Apple TV and Amazon.
Give it a watch. Give it a watch.
And you can find James on Instagram, James B. Cox.
Thank you.
And give him a follow.
You've actually been you've won some awards and you've been nominated. Like Newport Beach Film Festival, Slam Dance Film Festival, The Veil for Grey Matter and Geek Fest, and for Hacked and all that stuff. Like, you've done some stuff.
That's actually why you were on our show before.
Yeah, like you've
done some
right.
Stuff. So, that's right. Hacked, winner of the Stanley Cup. That's not the Stanley Cup. I know what you're thinking. That's a hockey thing. He's not a hockey player. No, it's
He's much cooler than a hockey player.
Lee Cup. That's right. It was from Stan Lee's Kamikaze in Los Angeles.
Yes, it's Los Angeles Comic Con now, I believe, but it was or something else now.
That's
But it was
true.
called that originally. Yes.
And sadly, they've also dropped the Stan Lee name, which is also
I know
sad.
that is sad.
Yeah.
See, now that's someone who deserves to have their name before something like Bram Stoker's Dracula. Stan Lee.
Yes. There we
Stan
go.
Lee's Kamikaze. That's right.
I wouldn't be complaining about if he wants to put asterisks in.
You put asterisks for
What's your
everything.
opinion of John Carpenter's anything? Because every single John Carpenter movie is John Carpenter's. Halloween, vampires.
Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes they just
The
obviously
Thing.
they just do that for promotional, like they think it's going to draw more people in, right? And for the whatever.
One day
all right,
I hope
folks.
to have my own James B. Cox's whatever.
Oh, and please make
trying
sure
until I get there.
Did you just say
I would like
James?
to make sure there's an asterisk somewhere in your time, just so that you know inside
No, don't do
you're
it.
sticking it to Jeff, like right in his ghoul,
Or
which is
Jeff.
right in the taint. You know what I mean? Like just get him. That'd be so.
The asterisk.
All right.
The asterisk strikes back.
Okay.
Be careful about your
But
name.
what
though.
about
You say
what about
Yes.
Frank Zappa's apostrophe though? You got anything against apostrophe? Literally, it's just a punctuation.
Is that in one of his name or his album?
His album apostrophe has.
So I am actually not, which you may not like. I am not a big fan of Frank Zappa. One of my roommates in college thought Frank Zappa was the greatest musical genius of all time.
Oh no, he burned you out on the Zappa, didn't he? Huh?
So he played a lot of Frank Zappa. Yeah, great guy. I just, that's cool. That wasn't my thing. That's all.
No, it's hard to have a neutral opinion of Frank Zappa, and that's one of the things I love about him. Is he doesn't really draw a lot of. It's usually, or yeah,
or.
All right, let's get on to our next geeky question, folks, and then we're going to do Super Loveline, and we also thank our awesome patrons, of course. All right, next question is, well, folks, you may not know, but the Kentucky Derby was last Saturday. Indianapolis 500 is later this month, Memorial Day itself, actually. So let's talk racing. What's the best race in a movie, TV show, book, or game? This does not necessarily have to be a traditional like car racing like you might think about, but any kind of race. I have a very different one, I think, that I chose. But let's start, of course, with James, our guest, once again. So Delaney, put your hand down. You're going to go next.
Yeah, man. I think.
Tell us in the chat as well your choices or in the comments.
Okay, just off the cuff, I will say, and I'm not a huge fan of trying to remember the director's name just off the top of my head, but he directed a movie about Niki Lauda called Rush. That movie is great. I love that movie. Ron Howard. I'm not a big Ron Howard fan.
I love Ron Howard. Yeah.
Ron Howard's kind of my Frank Zappa. I guess you're Frank.
Okay.
Whatever.
Right,
yeah, you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
He's a director I love. I really love Willow. But
Willow is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. That was.
I like him as an actor. I find a lot of his movies sort of.
So wait, where's the chase? He did a chase?
No, Rush. Rush is a race movie. It is.
Oh, Rush is a race movie.
For me, it is the race movie. I love it. It's Formula One.
Racing, like what kind of cars or what kind of racing?
Formula One. It's
Formula One.
The trying to think of it's that 1960s, racing through the countryside sort of movie, and it's a rivalry movie, kind of like trying to think of there's that movie about Mozart with Salieri. It's like that kind of thing where it's all about the guy who's usually second and how he feels about the guy who's usually first, and their competitive spirit, the back and forth of it, the horrendous car accidents that happen. And it's a thrilling movie. It's really well made. It's got Thor in the the lead role, and it has great German actor as Niki Lauda. I'm not having the great recall on names today.
So Chris Hemsworth is in it.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth is he plays the English race car driver.
So wait, is he the second place guy or the?
No, he's the first place guy usually. Yeah. the loud, the brash, always winning, but it doesn't seem to care as much about the technical prowess element. Whereas the other guy is all about I'm always outsmarting my opponent, but he's baffled and frustrated by the guy who's like the rock star. It's just a great movie. I recommend it to anybody.
When when did that come out, or around what time?
I was like 20. I want to say it was in the 20 teens sometime.
Oh,
it
so
was
not that old. Okay, yeah.
It's not that old. No, it was. I think it was after the first or second Thor for sure. So that kind of puts
right,
it somewhere in there.
So,
yeah.
All right, we got Rush there. Tammy says best race is the Kessel Run because it can be won in parsecs and not chrono units. Nice. Marcia says Hidalgo. Yes, the horse movie with Viggo Mortensen, I believe. Carrie says the race in Cannonball Run.
Yes, Carrie, thank you. Oh, comes through with the win.
Is that your choice? Is that your choice?
Yes, it was Cannonball Run.
All right, before I get to his other choices, talk about Cannonball Run then. Why you like it?
Why do I like? All right, first of all, okay. Do you understand? The Burt Reynolds mustache is also in it. It should have its own billing because it's Burt Reynolds and then his mustache.
Yeah, the title should be Burt Reynolds mustache in Cannonball Run.
And with some like an asterisk that really explains it to you. But yeah, no, it was great. And then with the ambulance and Dom DeLuise was in it was I cannot remember the guy who played the doctor in the ambulance, but he was fantastic. The whole show was great. I loved it.
That was a race across the country,
the father
right?
And son, yes. Like the father's a sheriff. He's trying to get him the whole way through, and his son's just a.
They should. You know what? That's actually one movie I wouldn't mind a new version of, like a Cannonball.
That would actually be great if they could do it funny in that kind of way, because you can't be as humorous the same kind of way as you used to be back then.
All right. So Carrie also said besides Cannonball Run, Rush is fantastic. Agrees with James.
Yep.
Ford versus Ferrari are my favorite race car movies I've seen. Yeah, Ford versus Ferrari. Breaking Away with Dennis Quaid, 79 is my fave bicycle racing movie. Daniel Bruhl,
that was a good one.
Daniel Bruhl, that's right. Daniel Bruhl plays Nicky.
Oh, and he used an asterisk.
Yeah, he did. The asterisk again.
It's asterisks are okay when you're making like footnotes like that. That is appropriate use of an asterisk. I'm fine.
As long as your asterisk is appropriate, he's fine.
Ooh, Olivia Wilde. I like Olivia Wilde and Natalie Dormer. Oh, okay. I gotta watch this movie. Came out in 2013.
All right, we want to go horses. Seabiscuit. That was a great.
Seabiscuit. I was thinking of that as a very good movie.
Just being from Saratoga up here,
Yes, where we are, we have the oldest racetrack in the country in Saratoga race course. Actually.
Oh man, I had a good one for that.
Death Race 2000 is awesome. The 70s one, not the reboot. Tammy says.
Yes.
The Gumball Rally. I actually don't know that one, but 76. Michael tells us.
Ooh, I'm gonna write that down.
What about the car from Christine? I think he's talking about our poll question. Hello, Conley Pitt. It's protective of your safety. Oh, is it?
Interesting. I like the cut of your jib.
Protective like a crazy girlfriend. I like it.
Speaking of the poll, Kid has taken even a slightly larger lead. He has 67% of the vote right now, with DeLorean second, Ghostbusters third, and still no love for the Love Bug, Herbie. You can keep voting, folks, though. We'll see who wins. Oh, yes, that's right. This was
Jackie
Chan, who's my favorite pretty much of all time. I forgot he was in Cannonball Run.
I need to go back and check this one out.
You have to go look, right?
I wonder if that was shit. Maybe that. No, it wasn't. I don't think that was his first American movie, but it was early on.
Was it before Rumble in the Bronx? I think it might have been.
Yeah, Rumble in the Bronx was actually early 90s.
Yeah.
But he was in a movie called The Protector, which was like an American Hong Kong collaboration.
Oh, yeah.
With the who the fuck's that actor?
You're taking me back to my Blockbuster days.
There you go.
Love finding a Jackie Chan movie I hadn't seen back then. Before he was like in the suit and things like that.
We got Jack Lamb was the doctor, both Michael and
thank you. He was great.
So Super Cop was again. I love that movie because it introduced me to Michelle Yeoh, who was also. But that's at '93. That was also a little bit later on. It's Rumble in the Bronx was, I would say, the first Hong Kong movie they brought over here to try to make Jackie Chan big, and then like Super Cop and other movies, they released a lot of his other Hong Kong movies over here, like Drunken Master and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a Jackie Chan aficionado, so I know a lot about it.
Oh, I didn't see. I'm learning new things.
And I met him once too, actually.
What? I'd be starstruck.
I waited. Shit, I shouldn't have told this story because I could have used it for a new game, Geeky Lies, at one point. Too late.
Hold it in.
All right, I'll hold it in. It's fine. I just met him. I'll just say I met him. Maybe it's a lie. Maybe it's true. We'll see.
You don't know. You don't know just
I do love Jackie Chan, though. That's been well established. And I'm excited for Karate Kid Legends, actually. Because he's
same here.
I hope it's as good as I want it to be. Like, I know in my I just
want it to be okay. I mean, I'm fine if it's decent. It's all right.
I'm fine if it's decent.
Listen, for me, I know this is going to not go over well. Nothing can be worse than the total fucking asterisk train wreck of Cobra Kai.
All right, you're right.
Oh,
it's not.
Jeff
there's not much. There's not many shows I have such vile hatred for as Cobra Kai.
Yeah, you're not a fan, apparently.
So this movie will be infinitely better, I can guarantee you, for me than Cobra Kai. And on that note, folks, please subscribe. And
right there. On that note, of me.
Even if you like Cobra Kai, I would still love it to have you subscribe and like.
Yeah. Get those hate subscribes right now while you can.
Get it in there. That's how you want to do it, kids.
At least it didn't have an asterisk though in its name.
No, you're right. They could have been.
Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
And,
that's a great one.
Days of Thunder, yeah. Wait,
relevant
Jeff,
to the whole. Oh no. We gotta unpack the Cobra Kai first. Sorry. Let's do this.
Unpacking.
All right, just don't forget. Remind me to say my answer this question afterwards. Yeah. I'm gonna try. All right, I gotta try to keep this short. I don't want to keep going on these rants. As I always say, folks, if you love it, great. I never want a show not to be on the air because some people actually actively try to advocate for shows to be taken off, and I think that's disgusting. So, and actually, isn't Cobra Kai just end, or it's in its last season, right? Isn't that just happen, or is it about to be its last season?
Fingers crossed, Jeff. Is that what you're getting at?
No. It's fine. Whatever. I just can't. Okay. How do I organize my thoughts? Here's the thing. I think I love Daniel, and then, by the way, I love the first Karate Kid. Right? Like that was that's part of my childhood.
Yeah.
That movie just meant so much to me. And Daniel's great in that. Right? Very likable. In Cobra Kai, the way they introduced Daniel as the used car salesman, as he still has this grudge against Johnny, right? Judge Johnny.
That's right.
I think I just find him not likable at all. I think later in this, I'm sure in the season he's more likable. But the full point that 30 years has gone by and these two people still hate each other over a fucking karate tournament is so preposterous to me.
First of all,
the fact that every character who's been in any of the 3, maybe 4 Karate Kid movies, I actually don't know if they worked 4 in, or the next Karate Kid, that they all also come back into his life and still hold grudges, like in the Japan guy. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's also ridiculous that schools are having martial arts battles throughout the school on these rival dojos. I honestly, although the characters are just so unlikable, I just couldn't stand it, and I just didn't want to watch
it. Get it out, Jeff. Get it
out, man.
Honestly, I actually thought Johnny was probably maybe the most likable.
We support
of all the characters. Oh, and you got to bring Reese back, right? His evil sensei. He's got to come back, of course. The guy from Karate Kid 3's got to come back.
That was a large-headed man. That was a very...
But he is a great villain in the first Karate Kid. Like, that guy, you want to hate that guy, you know?
He makes it pretty easy.
Anyway, that are some of the reasons why I can't stand Cobra Kai.
Put him in a body bag.
But mainly my thing is, dude, if I can't latch on to characters and like root for them, you lost me. Like, I can't.
Yeah, I hear you. If they don't give you anything, you got to gain
Yeah,
purchase.
go ahead. No, please, if you wanted to,
Yes,
please
I-
defend Cobra Kai if you would like to.
No, I got a question. I have not seen a frame of Cobra Kai. I grew up with Karate Kid, of course.
I will say there's a lot of people who love that show. Absolutely.
But my question is, I feel like what you just described almost kind of sold me on it, but maybe I'm expecting the wrong thing.
I
what I'm
should be their
imagining is sort of like
spokesperson. They should hire me.
Oh no!
I'm imagining something kind of like the Foot Fist Way, like almost like a Jared Hess sort of joint here, where it's like these guys are just really fired up about this tournament that happened a long time ago, and it has just wrecked their lives. It shaped them as men, and now they're coming back together, and this is like
he's not the 60-year-old you kicked ass. Okay, you're not.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be. I mean, you'll have to check it out and make your own decision, of course.
It sounds
maybe
funny,
I made it
but I
sound
don't
better
think it's
actually
meant to
than
be funny.
No, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think going to the local town court to Johnny to try to get a license for martial arts and Daniel saying you can't trust this guy, I had a dispute with him 30 years ago. If you think that's entertaining, then there you go.
I mean, it's pretty preposterous, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll check it
here,
out.
Let me get some comments, because I do. Please feel free to defend the show in the comments, folks. We want to get all people's opinions.
His Kmart karate. Please put that up. That's great.
I'm trying to work my way through. I've seen where I left off. Let's see. Yes, add it to the list of my triggers. You're right. Sweep the leg.
I like it. He's like, to my list of triggers.
So I haven't watched enough. I don't know if they bring back sweep the leg. I'd be surprised, because they bring back
and put him
everything
in
else.
a body bag. Sweep the leg and put him in a body bag. Or like,
that's such the weird one too. Some guy off screen yet put him in a body bag. It's such a
what
weird thing to say.
High school. What are we doing?
At a children's tournament. Tournament.
I actually was in some karate tournaments when I was younger. That never happened.
Yeah, I don't remember that ever happening at one school event ever.
So Tammy's husband and her daughter Annika loved the first couple of seasons of Cobra Kai. She hasn't watched it. Carrie says Daniel was never likable. His Kmart karate is a joke, and that kick was illegal. So I get what you're saying. By the way,
you're holding a grudge. He's like, it's bullshit, and don't think about this day.
I agree with you, Carrie. One of my issues with Karate Kid, even though I love the first movie, is that Daniel LaRusso has never been good at karate.
He was good at paint to the fence, though.
And again, Ralph Macchio, I actually bought his. He actually wrote a book just about all the Karate Kid experiences and Cobra Kai. Super nice guy. He's always giving credit to the other people. He loved Pat Morita, but he really never learned how to do karate. Johnny, to me, is convincing a good karate guy, right, in the movie. But Daniel's not. I hope in the movie coming up, it's all Jackie Chan and the kid, and I hope Daniel LaRusso basically does almost nothing, in terms of karate.
Yeah. Although I do tell you this, I did learn how to fix a bonsai from those movies, because I have a bonsai tree and my cat knocked it over, and I remembered going down. I'm like wiring it, and that thing is now 28 years old. So
shit.
Yeah,
wow,
nice. It worked. It healed up and everything. So if you learn nothing else and not karate from Karate Kid, you will learn how to fix your bonsai.
Did you learn how to catch flies with chopsticks?
Yeah, duh.
Okay, good.
I got to take what's important out of a film.
By the way, Kmart karate. That's great, Carrie. That's
I do like that one. That's
Kmart karate. The Crodius, I've arrived late, but at least making an appearance. Well, thank you. We're glad you're here, Crodius. My husband loved that they brought back the guy who said, put him in a body bag before he died in real life. Oh, well, I didn't know he died in real life. That sucks. That is good that they brought him back. Did they bring him back just to say that, or did he have a real role this time?
They brought him back for his one line.
I mean, it does seem like they brought back virtually anyone who's ever been in the Karate Kid.
Well, what were they busy? They're like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just mowing my lawn.
I mean, unfortunately, most of them, some of these are good actors, but unfortunately, most of them were not too busy. Yeah.
Well, it's because they show their fake Kmart karate, and that ruined their careers right from the get.
Except that most of the people did not have fake Kmart karate, just Daniel LaRusso.
It was bad.
I mean, I still love it. It didn't matter. It didn't matter to me because the story's great. You know, the relationship between him and Miyagi is
And
wonderful.
Elizabeth Shue, who broke his heart. Oh,
No, but well, in the second one, that was so
yes.
stupid too. But anyway, the first one they're together.
That was stupid too. God, I love you. I love you, Jeff. I do.
Who's Robin Live? Who's Robin Lively? I don't recall they brought back. Was that one of his love interests in the third? Was that third one? Or is that the four? Is that the next? Is that Hilary Swank's character? I don't even know who this is.
Oh, is it? It might be.
Because she was in the next Karate Kid, of course. When they
That was going to be my question: is did they go out and get Oscar winner Hilary Swank?
I'm pretty sure Hilary Swank is not in it. Yeah, you could correct me, folks, but I don't think she's in it. Third movie love interest. Okay, so Robin Lively is the third Karate Kid 3 love interest.
Okay.
That's when Daniel's a real brat. And he's like, I don't need you, Miyagi. You're not teaching me enough.
I feel like they should have like a bingo card for Cobra Kai. Like,
yes, that would be good.
Guy with the body bag. I gotta put my stamp on that one.
That would be great.
You want to catch
and then
that.
Hilary Swank is in there, and you might get it, you might not. Who knows? You know?
Yeah. Oh, Tammy says Surf Ninjas had better karate. That's funny.
What about Three Ninjas Knuckle Up?
Johnny said he wasn't going to do stupid stuff and wanted focus on senior year. Then along comes Daniel, who takes his old girl and douses his weed.
It's true.
Well, yeah, but okay, Daniel, it wasn't his girl anymore. I'm going to side with Daniel on this. They had broken up.
She's sick of it. He's like, I had it with all the despair. You will not have it. Good for you.
I mean, Johnny's the one who starts with Daniel, though, first.
Yeah.
I actually love that Daniel puts the hose over in the bathroom when he's trying to roll a joint, when he's dressed as a shower.
Dressing as a shower was a good call until
he's trying to escape. Yeah.
They see you. They can see you. It's not a cloak of invisibility. It's just a shower curtain.
Imagine he just stood in place and like, they can't see me. Yeah. All right. Anyway, here's my choice.
I don't know. Yeah. It's not happening.
All right. So anyway, back to the racing. My choice. Oh wait, they tried to get Swank. There's 6. I thought there were only 4 seasons. Holy shit, season 6, but could not match up with their schedule.
She had nothing going on. She just wasn't doing that. She's like,
no. She's been in movies. She's been lately. She was in a movie really recently.
Just saying.
Also, maybe she has good taste.
That's all. Just saying. We're in the 60s.
Schedule conflicts.
I did not realize there were 6 seasons. Holy shit.
All the more.
You may not have known though, because I actually knew about this way before this ever. This show totally flopped on YouTube. It was on YouTube Red, if anybody remembers that.
I do.
That's where it debuted. It was only because Netflix picked it up after it got canceled, and it became a huge hit.
Yeah. Little plug there, by the way. The other show that YouTube put out was called Wayne. That like 8-episode miniseries, excellent. It's funny. It's got action. It's called Wayne, and I don't really want to it's not really spoilable, but I kind of want to give people the opportunity to kind of discover what it is, because it's just not what you expect it to be. And I thought it was a lot of fun. So seek it out. It probably is on Netflix now too, as many of those things migrated eventually there. But it's just called Wayne, and I don't think there's any recognizable stars in it. It's really it's kind of a low key, just fun ride of a little series.
All right, cool. That's a good recommendation. Yeah. All right. So my choice for the best race is from a show I loved. Well, multiple iterations of the show, but I loved it back in the late 80s and the 90s. American Gladiators, and at the end they had the Eliminator, where the 2 finalists raced over a crazy obstacle course. And that was always, I love the whole show. It was so good, but the Eliminator was great.
Man, are we going to talk about Double Dare too? Because like I just remember that guy. You got to pull through the nose. You got to run through the slime.
Freaking that show drove him crazy. It was so hard for him to do.
Who? Mark Summers?
Yeah, because he's like got OCD, like clean OCD, and he said that show was like
Double Dare. That's my game show for my youth. I love Mark Summers to this day. And
the slime, all of the booger, all that stuff. It was so great.
They
That
have
and
to,
remember,
the
like,
physical
you get your parents-
challenges.
if you get your parents to do that with you, you were like, oh my god.
Oh, well, they
Like,
did because they did family double dare afterwards.
yeah, they did.
And at the end, you're right. Oh, York State, there would be the obstacle course, and they had to get through 8 obstacles and the flags. Yeah.
Yeah. Ask your
And
millennial uncles, kids, what Double Dare was.
So
You
actually,
missed
well,
out.
some of them will know because a few years ago they brought it back,
Oh, did not know that.
where he was the announcer, Mark, and this, I don't know who she was. This YouTube girl became the host. She tried her best. I don't think it lasted that long. I don't know. It didn't really catch on. I don't feel like it wasn't the same without him hosting, to be honest with you, for me. But
They tried. Hey,
yeah,
it's okay.
same format though.
Put the effort in.
Yeah.
Double Dare was amazing. Damn right. Nickelodeon actually had tons of great game shows back then.
Yeah.
I have a friend who was on the original Double Dare. She showed me the old video. It's hilariously fantastic. That's great.
Wow.
I would have loved to.
I want to know your friend. That's awesome. They
Just regale him with stories of it. He needs to know.
yeah. That would be awesome.
All right. All right. So we got everybody's answers, right? Everybody's races are in?
Yeah, we do. It
All
seems
right,
like
folks.
Double Dare might have came in at the end there as a winner.
Super Loveline's coming up in a minute, but let's thank our patrons. These are people who support us on our Patreon page, and we appreciate it very much. You can go to patreon.com/super-geeked-up if you would like to help us out, and you can pledge any amount, a couple bucks, 5, 10, whatever. Yes, thank you. Or you could do a super chat. Below your chat window, you should see a little $sign in a rectangle, and you can do a one-time donation if you like. That also helps us. All right, James, do you happen to have the lineup handy to look at? The thing I sent you, the Google Doc?
I can bring that right up. Let's
We
see.
usually have
So
our guest help us out with this.
I am there for you, man.
So you want to look at the number 5, the Patreon section. Let's see here, Delaney. I don't know what
Yes.
we usually do a theme here, of course, for this. I mean, I guess we could do a vampire theme. We could do a martial art karate theme. I don't know, an asterisk theme. Not an asterisk theme.
Punctuation. Just pick your favorite punctuation.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think? Any thoughts?
I'm partial to a semicolon. Is that not what we're talking? Oh, it's not what we're talking about.
If you want to, we'll do a punctuation theme if you want to do
Oh,
one.
God forbid! I can't listen. You're pushing me. I'm like, no.
I teach kids grammar. I could do a
I have
punctuation
3
theme.
things. That's all I have, and that's it. No, I don't know. I think these are all good choices.
Okay, here we go. A 90s game show theme. Great. A 90s game show theme. Like, I mean, Double Dare is 80s to 90s, but there's a lot. 90s had a lot of those shows. Yeah. All right. Well, Craig Allen Poole. These are our super shout out patrons, by the way, folks. $10 or more a month. They get a shout out every week. Craig Allen Poole. You're going to jump into the pool of Double Dare during the obstacle course and take that physical challenge and win a trip to Hawaii, because that was off to the prize, I think, on Double Dare. So there you go. Thank you, Craig. Tammy, Delaney, you can take the next.
Oh my God. All right. I can't remember the name. Oh my goodness. Greg and Rena Horvey. The money. Why can't I get? I hate this is the thing.
Money.
When it's the little guy.
Let's make a deal.
Let's make a deal.
Press your
No,
luck. Press your luck.
No whammies. No whammies. Press your luck. Yes.
Press your luck.
So don't press your luck. Make sure you tune in because we really do love having you with us, Greg and Rena Horvey. Don't press your luck.
Oh, so sorry, Tammy Anderson. But we have these wonderful consolation prizes for you behind this curtain or that curtain.
Nice.
Or this curtain.
Johnny,
Sorry.
Johnny Big Daddy Pappas, you will find out the secrets of the legends of the hidden temple, and you'll climb that, go through that temple and get all the cool stuff. Delaney.
I have Mr. Gilstrap. That's right. And I want to know, Mr. Gilstrap. Well, I like the show Whose Line Is It Anyway? But you don't need to talk. You just need to show up. Don't you worry.
Look pretty.
Thank you, Gilstrap.
Well, Jeff just gave me an idea. So, Dash V, the choice is yours and yours alone. Good luck.
What's that from?
That's from the Secrets of the
Hidden
Hidden
Temple?
Temple.
Hidden Temple? Oh, okay.
The big mouth thing.
Olmec, whatever they call that guy. The
Omac,
temple thing
yeah.
Omac, right, or something?
There it is.
Nice. All right, Jalou. Thank you to Jalou. Jalou, you know what? You've got guts. And just like the TV show Guts, which I think actually had an exclamation point in it, you're going to climb that aggro crag and get to the top and win the grand prize. Oh, okay. James, do you do Delaney?
I can't do me.
Herself.
Oh.
Well, you don't know what I do. Don't tell me
I don't know.
Jeff God. Do what I want to
do. This is a little bit weird. Delaney Parker, congratulations! You've won a romantic, or what kind of prizes they have on the show? I forgot. Like a shopping spree at Toys R Us.
Ooh, I would have loved that, man.
Yeah,
as a kid, that would have been the best.
What's a Toys R Us, Dad? Oh.
And tell them what you've won, Bridie. A new monthly membership. That's right, to the Patreon. Thank you. That's right, because you get to stare at Jeff every week and me on occasion, and that's enough. Who isn't a winner here, Brian? Huh? Who's not a winner? You're a winner, Brian.
Super Geeked Up on Patreon, folks, where you can go. Thank you to all the patrons, no matter what level you're at. We appreciate it very much. And Tammy says, what an amazing way to call someone a loser about the consolation prizes.
Right?
Let's see here. Heck yeah, I don't care how old I am. I want a shopping spree at Toys R Us.
Yeah.
If they were still around,
I'd just like to see a Toys R Us. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. That's right. That's what very true. That's a very true motto. All right. Thanks, everybody. Do the points matter, Delaney Parker? He's referencing Whose Line. Yeah.
No. Points don't matter.
No. All right, folks. Let's do our Super Loveline game. That's going to be our last game of the night. So what we need first from you guys. Well, start thinking up some romance dating questions. But first, give us some fictional characters that we can play as we do a Loveline type show where we're going to give out dating advice as these fictional characters you will suggest. So, it could be Batman or I don't know, Bugs Bunny, whatever. It could be anybody you want. Give us some suggestions. We'll play these characters. We'll answer your dating questions. Oh, of course, Eucrodius gets his character he created on this show up many years ago. Lady Face Slap, gotta have her in. But we also have Man Bat. Oh boy, Lizard. Okay, Joxer from Xena. I love Joxer. Penguin. Reapy Cheap. Catwoman. All right, got a lot. So thanks, guys. These are a lot of good suggestions. If you see anyone that you like there, James, just say who you want to play. Red. I don't know who's Red Green. Oh, is that a comedian? Is it Red Green comedian? Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy. The Mouse from Narnia. Star-Lord. Bob Ross. Oh, okay, that's a fictional character. All right. Mr. Rogers. I don't know. Anybody you like there? Who do you want to play?
Who, me?
No, James. I'll let James choose first, and then I'll go to you.
It's probably gonna hurt me a little bit, but I think I'm doing Mr. Rogers because he's just a very good person, and I can't imagine him. He's the funniest person I could think of to be on Loveline of all these.
Oh, well, you know
the
what?
The Reverend Fred Rogers.
Delaney was referencing earlier. Francis played Mr. Rogers as a guerrilla sniper, and Delaney could not guess who she was.
Sharpshooter. Remember that whole thing? I'm like, he is.
Delaney was furious because she could never guess who he was because he was preposterous, Mr. Rogers.
This weird voice. I'm like, Mr. Rogers.
Never mind. I don't want to go on Francis's coattails. I'll just
no. But you will play a normal Mr. Rogers, and we will enjoy.
Not a Vietnam shell shocked Fred Rogers.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, you could be Mr. Rogers. Delaney Parker was one of the suggestions.
Nice.
Buck Rogers. Duck
So
Dodgers.
I'll be
That's
Delaney
fine. I like that
Parker.
one. You want to be Delaney Parker?
I haven't done enough homework on this, but I'll.
Yeah,
I'll
no. All right, Delaney, who are you going to be?
Are we supposed to even be telling you this? Like, aren't you supposed to guess?
No,
that?
I'm not guessing. This is not the dating game.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
answering the questions of the audience.
I could go with Delaney Parker. I want to make it easy on myself.
You can't be yourself.
Damn. First of all, yes, I can, and I am fine with that. Okay, I'm confident in me, and I love me, Jeff.
Great, but pick somebody else for the game.
All right, I have. I'm gonna go with Buck Rogers.
Good choice. I liked that show as a kid very much. All right. I'm trying to decide between a couple people. I'll be Joxer from Xena.
Dodgers.
I was almost Duck Dodgers. You could be him if you want.
Duck Dodgers in the 24th of the half century.
Yeah. Oh, you want to be him or Mr. Rogers? What are you doing? What are you going?
Mr. Rogers. No, Duck Dodgers wasn't on the table, so I just was amusing myself.
All right, folks. Oh, I love Kim Possible as well. So good choice, Tammy. Anyway, start sending us now your dating questions. So we're doing a online show where we're giving out romantic advice. And folks, you're going to send in on the chat your dating, romance, sex questions. And we will, and our characters give amazing advice, of course. This is Super Loveline. I guess I'll Joxer. I guess I'll kind of host it. Oh, hi guys. Hey everybody out there. I'm Joxer the Mighty. I'm very tidy. Anyway, I'm joined by Mr. Rogers. Hello.
Hello, neighbor.
Oh, wow, you're really friendly. Much more friendly than Xena. She's always like beating me up. And we're joined by
a friend in need is a friend indeed.
It's very good. Buck. Buck, what's your name? Buck Rogers.
It's Buck Rogers, and I also that's nice. And I also have my Twinkie.
You have a Twinkie? Can I have a Twinkie?
Have Twinkie. He says, beady beady. Remember that?
Bada, bada, bada.
Beep beep. Beep beep.
Okay. Oh, we have our first question from Saber Pink T. If I am ever single again, should I join dating apps? They seem creepy. What do you think, Mr. Rogers?
Well, so dating apps. Let me see. Well, have you ever felt like you needed a dating app to find somebody special in your life? I would say, why not just pick up your phone and call them? You're already there.
Wait.
That is great.
If you call someone on the phone, you're already in their house? Is that what you're saying?
No, you're already using your phone because you're trying to use that app.
Oh, you're smart.
Well, it's just, trying to make sure people learn about how to use their feelings.
Okay, well, but wait a minute. You guys have almost the same last name, I realize. That's weird. Anyway, Buck Rogers, what's your advice in this question?
Well, things are different, because it is 2491. And dating has gone a little bit differently. Sometimes we go interspecies. Sometimes you go interstellar. You do what you need to do. You got to make it comfortable for you, but it's always good to have a nice little sidekick with you, just in case you're by yourself. You're not actually by yourself. You have your little robot sidekick.
Oh, I know about sidekicks. I'm a sidekick. Well, actually, I'm the sidekick to the sidekick because there's Xena and Gabrielle, and then there's me.
The assistant to the assistant.
Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you, that doesn't help me get many ladies. This app sounds pretty good because all that happens is Xena and Gabrielle think I'm a dork, and there's all these goddesses that come around, and they don't want anything to do with me either. Anyway, yeah, can you get me on this app, please, Saber Pink? I need it. All right, what's our next question? Necrodius, is going to the land of make-believe a good first date? I feel like that's for you, Mr. Rogers.
I would agree. I love to go to the land of make-believe. I think it's good for a first anything. But might I say, Mr. Joxer, you sound like you're feeling a little lonely. Maybe if you tried to remember this one little thing, it would help you be the hero in your own life. Just because you're somebody's sidekick doesn't mean that you're not also the hero.
Oh, wait. I thought that's exactly what kicked me.
You're the hero in your own story.
Oh, really?
That's right. In your own story.
Well, I do like this idea of make believe because I like to daydream and make my own make believe where I'm the hero, like you're saying. And Xena and Gabrielle are just like, oh man, they just take all their clothes off, they jump in the tub and invite me in. Wow, that's great. And then I wake up.
Well, everybody's land of make believe is a little bit different, but they're all perfectly wonderful because they come from you. And you're very special.
Oh, thanks. And you out there keep sending your questions in. But Buck, what do you think about? Do you have your own land of make believe, Buck Rogers?
Well, I'm too busy fighting the Draconians to really get into the make believe. I'm very busy. It's a busy time. It's a busy time for me. But if I was to go on a date, I would like to go to the land of make believe because again, it's better than warring with the Draconians.
But
That's
don't
right.
forget, Buck,
is that near?
there's always time for make believe. You can just set a little set of time aside for yourself, and it's like a present that you just gave yourself this time to make believe.
Mr. Rogers, thank you very much. Thank you for giving me that, to bringing it to center for me.
All you got to do is give yourself permission.
And I will. Thank you.
Is Draconia near Greece?
A little south.
Oh, wait. South of Greece is the ocean. Oh, maybe you mean Crete. That's an island south of Greece.
Yes,
okay, that's where it must be.
Near there. Take a left.
Well, I have a question for Mr. Rogers while we wait for our viewers to send in more. Mr. Rogers, have you
Give
ever
me your
had
best shot, Joxer.
Have you ever had sex?
Well, of course. How do you think I had my children?
Oh, you have children?
They didn't just pop out of the ground from Joanne, just walking along. Did you have any more questions, Joxer? Yes.
Nope.
Have my son James. James Bird Rogers. Wikipedia told me so.
Oh, wow. Bird. That's an interesting middle name.
I know. Birds are the most amazing creatures.
Well, I have a question now for Buck Rogers. When I watch your show, I always see, oh, you have that hot lady. What's her name? Wilma?
Wilma Deering. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
We have a little back and forth, a little zhuzh.
You guys like an item?
Well, she is a little bit cold and she gets a little, but I think you can tell the spark there. I think you can see it. That's why you're asking, isn't it? You don't always have to go to 24.
Well, if she's taken, is Tweaky available?
Tweaky is just the best little partner ever, and my favorite is when he says he's freezing his ball bearings off. I think that's another one. Yep. I'm freezing my ball bearings off. That's Tweaky. The Colonel's not so bad. I like her. It's the robot. He's a little needy, if you will.
Well, okay. Wait, here's another Tweaky question. Hey, Buck, Saber Pink says, does Tweaky really get girls with those cheesy one-liners?
No. He thinks he does, and it's fine because he's so cute, but it's the beady beady. It annoys the beady beady out of me, actually. But
oh, the beady beady gets them the girls?
Well, he thinks it does. It just annoys me. But he's just a little too stiff in the way he approaches it.
Okay. Well, the Croyas wants to know, do we think Delaney Parker is a good person for dating advice? Who is this Delaney Parker person?
She's a writer.
Oh, Buck, you know her?
Yes, I do, actually. She writes tales about tail.
Like about foxes?
Well, some of them might be considered foxes. It's humans. It's old timey humans from the 2000s, early 2000s. So
Oh,
it's a
do
little.
you, Mr. Rogers? Do you like to
Sticky.
read books about chasing tail? I mean,
Who doesn't? I like all kinds of stories. I like stories with characters and
Tails.
incidents that happen along the way. Yeah, I love a good story. And I like tales. Don't you? Do you like tales, Joxer?
yes, I do. I have to write my own tales though, because even though I'm Joxer the Mighty, no one wants to do my biography. So I'm writing
Oh,
my own, and it'll become legendary, I'm sure.
I'm just as you are, and I in my
that's
time.
very important. Very important to remember that you are special just the way you are.
Oh, that's what Xena keeps telling me, that I'm very special. I'm a special case.
Well, that's
Well,
a true friend.
All right, let's do one more question. What is
I
the
know,
strangest
right?
what is the strangest place for a hookup?
The nebula.
The what? The nebula.
What's
a nebula?
Never mind.
All right, Mr. Rogers, what do you think? Is there a strange place for hookups, you think?
Well, I think it would have to be in Lady Elaine's little merry-go-round because it's got all those beautiful colors and it likes to spin. And when I like to, make whoopee once in a while, it's a nice place to be.
It's
And
a
she
nice
has a
place.
big nose.
She does.
Well,
I agree.
I think a strange place is Hades. Because when you go down there and you cross the river Styx, and Cerebus is there with the three-headed dog. Wow, it's just really hard to hook up with girls when all that stuff's going on, and just not very pleasant at all.
That's a lot of heads for a dog. Do you like dogs, Joxer?
I do, and I also wish I was getting head, not from a dog, but from a girl.
Well,
Anyway, Buck, what's the strangest place you've hooked up?
Are you asking Mr. Rogers?
No, Buck. You're Buck.
Buck.
Don't you know your name?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it. I'm like, wait a minute.
Buck, where do you like to fuck? That's the question.
On the ship, anywhere I can go. You know, the little doors go.
Wait, but where? That's not. Where's a strange place?
On a ship? It's on a spaceship. It's all strange. There's no. Yeah, it's all.
Okay.
There's all sorts of duckouts in there. Are you kidding me? Little hallways with the doors that just slide, and there's all sorts of secret things that go on. Little secret passageways and whatnot.
All right. Well, I guess that's all the time we have. Mr. Rogers, any parting words?
Well, as I always say, I like you just the way you are.
Okay. Buck Rogers, would you like to say anything before we leave?
I wish I had more to input, but we're in 2491 where I'm from. You guys doing it a little bit different. We're doing it a little bit different. Here we don't have again, we don't even have to keep it human. Twiggy, I think you guys know why he's around, right? I'm just saying. He does have his benefits. So everybody you might want what you want, but sometimes you gotta love the one you're with. That's right.
Well,
The
I
Doobie
have no
Brothers
idea what you
sang
just
that
said.
song.
That's right. It's still good, even in 2491. It's still good advice.
Well, I'm from 500 BC, and I don't know what you're talking about, but I just say, I guess just have sex wherever you can find, like a haystack, a boulder, your mom's.
But watch out for that syphilis, okay? Joxer,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful.
They don't have that.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You mean the guy who had to put the boulder up the mountain all the time? I'll watch out for him. I might get hit with the
watch
boulder.
out for the
I see what you did there. See what you did there with your Greek there. But
Oh,
no,
diseases.
Different
Okay,
thing.
well, first I'm going to have to find a girl that's willing to have sex with me before I have to worry about diseases.
Yeah, you don't want your Dorcas
and
to
then
fall
just
off.
wait for the invention of antibiotics.
All right, well, this has been Super Loveline. I'm Joxer the Mighty. Thanks for watching. All right, that's Super Loveline.
Yeah, sorry. That was not my best performance. I did not have.
Oh, I thought I was watching Buck Rogers. I was right in the 25th century.
I swear to God, Jeff. Oh my God.
No, you had the Bubba Tweety down though. That was good.
That was like I remember like that. I can actually remember from like literally watching that show with my brother.
He was actually pretty annoying, to be honest with you.
He was.
This is the Scrappy Doo of Buck Rogers, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he really was. He was always around at the weird.
He was like this little. He was like a short robot. He waddled around. He always did bada bada bada, and then he had
a weird Dutch boy haircut. Like even though it wasn't really a haircut, he had a Dutch boy head. We'll just say. Like
he had the cheesiest one-liners. I feel like they were also kind of corny sex puns sometimes too.
Yes, very many.
Totally 100% accurate Buck Rogers. It was like hard to believe it was really you, Necrodius.
All right, you know what, Necrodius? Fine. I know what, I can take it. Go ahead.
Take the compliment.
Tammy says, right there. I bet Buck's an OG freak.
He is.
He likes the
not much I do know.
I think that says 0 grams freak, which I'm not exactly sure what that means, but hey.
Well, he likes girls that have weigh 0 grams.
Zero. Hey, it's the future.
Right, because they float around because there's no gravity.
Yeah, but grams are mass, not weight.
Oh, get out of here! Fine, you know your science. I know my ancient Greek.
Excuse me.
And together we
form Clapton Planet.
We're slightly informed about esoteric subjects. Woo!
All right. Epic Mr. Rogers, the Crodius says.
Thank you.
Thank you for the questions, by the way, folks. Thank you for sending the questions. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
He knows how to make a perfectly accurate depiction. Oh my God, he keeps.
All right. You know what? Listen.
No, here's the thing. No, Necrodius has been giving me a hard time for years upon years. So this just means you're accepted into the SGU family when he does this.
I feel it. I feel like I've had, I feel that, Necrodius. I feel our closeness right now, actually.
Voice of Mel
antibiotics.
Voice of Mel Blanc and Tweaky was like the friend who was oversexed, but who came across super creepy when talking to the pretty girls.
Yes. Yes. It's a little weird.
Wait, Bugs Bunny was the voice of this thing? Of Twiki?
Wait, Tammy, did Mel Blanc do Tweaky? I didn't know. Is that true?
I've not seen Buck Rogers, so I'm just asking the questions.
Been trolling since episode 30. I love it.
Wow. Okay, that is since
I love it so much, Necrodius.
Since we're closing on 500, you've been here a long. Yeah, thank you, Necrodius.
I know 500.
You're an OG.
A 0 gram.
I am.
Yeah, 0 gram. That's
what
we'll call our original fans.
I am weightless.
Well done.
All right, folks. So here, let's have James. Where can they get Call of the Void, your new film?
All right. Yes, you can check out my latest feature called The Void anywhere that digital movies are sold. So be it YouTube, be it the aforementioned YouTube, ABC TV. It's not going to be there. Trust me. Don't look. Apple TV or Amazon Prime, whatever your preferred platform is, it's there for purchase or rental. Or check out the trailer. It's released by Gravitas Ventures. So if you look up their YouTube channel, it'll be right down that list.
Again, you could also get those links below in the description section to what he just said. Okay. Look out for Keys to the Kingdom, the anthology. James is a story in.
That's right.
And follow him on Instagram, James B. Cox. Not Bird, I don't think, like Mr. Rogers' son, but James.
Not James Bird Rogers. No, that's a different person. James B. Cox. That's how I distinguish myself from the other James Coxes out there. There are many, many James Coxes, but I am only one, the one with a B in the middle of my name.
The only one with the big Cox.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, you said it. I didn't.
Yeah. All right.
We're on the street.
You can find Delaney.
Yeah, Cox all over the internet. That was great. Sorry, that's funny.
Delaney-Parker.com, right?
Yes.
Where you can get what books?
I will show you. First, we have Shepard. We got Grace. That's right.
Whoops, wrong person. Sorry. Here we go.
And here's this one. Bang. And then another bang. That's right.
And there's
Fierce
some banging
Funny
going
Friendship.
on in the book.
Best friends. Fierce Funny Friendship. There is lots of banging going on in the book. These two girls have been best friends for 20 years. They have very different lives. They handle things very differently, but they get through it. 5 years later, they're still in the shit. They're still causing trouble. And it's right here. Fantastic. You can get it on Amazon. If you go on my website, just click the little link, and there you go. And there you go.
Get them.
So, yeah.
And if you like people banging, folks, you can go to my pen name, RileyRosaRodica.com. I have over 60 comedic and sexy stories there, including one that's a parody of Knight Rider. All right, well, something must be going on in the chat. Let's see here. What's going on?
You got me again. He's just like, he's bam, bam, bam. He's
The
hammering
best book
me
of all,
tonight.
How to Portray Buck Rogers and Make People Believe It Isn't
He
You.
is hammering me. I know it was awful. I'm very aware of the awfulness. Do you have to embarrass me?
Oh, here we go. Tammy had said, my last Navy unit, we had 2 cocks in a box. God. That's great. And you know what? In the Navy, I believe
That sounds like quite a unit. That's quite a unit there. I mean,
cocks all over the internet.
Double cocks on your unit. That's the first.
Everywhere.
Wow. Crodius, I think you missed earlier when James was describing it. It is not like Call of the Wild, a wolf dog, half void creature. That does sound kind of cool, though.
Ooh.
Maybe that'll be his next one.
Maybe.
All right. Google was my friend, Tammy says. Yet Mel Blanc was the voice of Tweaky.
That is interesting. I did not know that. That's a good little fact to keep.
It is. All right, cool. Well, hey, big thanks to James Cox for coming on. Thanks for playing all the games with us, being fun. Please go check out his movie, folks, called The Void. And I'm sure have him on again.
Listen to him sing. He's in there.
Yeah.
If there's one reason that you watch Call of the Void,
it's dulcet tones. That's why it's those dulcet tones. Yes. You want to catch those.
Tammy says it was quite the unit, but what happens on deployment stays on deployment.
Right. That sounds like another book.
I didn't hear anything.
All right, folks. So we will be next week. We have 3 authors on, actually. 3 ladies who have all been on our show before. Marisa Wolf, Melissa Altoff, and Casey Azell, who just had a new book came out yesterday, actually. A new fantasy book. So we'll be talking about that and playing some geeky games, of course, as usual. Again, big thanks to James. Thank you for watching in the chat. Thank you for watching in post. Please give us a subscribe and a like if you don't mind. That helps us out. Of course, thanks to Delaney. Thanks to Delaney for co-hosting. She'll be back next week, hopefully.
Thanks for having me.
If she hasn't been scared off by Necrodius.
Nope, not even close. Not even close.
And all right, so next Wednesday, folks, we'll be back 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. That is our new time for this season. Thanks so much for watching. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. Oh, hang on. I always forget the poll.
The poll. You know who won this. Come on.
Which card would you most want to have? Last place, Herbie the Love Bug. Didn't get any love. Oh, well. Third place, Ghostbusters Ecto 1. Second place, Back to the Future DeLorean. The winner is, by 60% of the vote, Kit from Knight Rider. Yeah, Kit. I've always wanted to hang out with Kit.
Much, yo. And I kind of like he's got a tone. He's got a little bit of a tone that lets you know about yourself. And I kind of like that Kit. He has a tone. There's definitely a tone.
Kit and Michael Knight were the best duo, man. The best team. Kit has it. You're right, Peter.
He just said. He's like, I tried. I mean, okay, good. Because you asked him if it scared me off. And he's like, oh, man.
Oh, there it is.
He's still
better luck next week.
Right to the end. There it is. I like it. Right in the
we need a reason for him to come back, right?
Right in the end. Right. All the way to the end. That's the crazy.
That's how you like it, right?
Well, duh.
Okay. All right, folks. Now I will really end the show. We will see you next week. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. Bye.